Theo on Twitter, man. So definitely check that out if you guys didn't when we started. Laker updates. All right. So Kendrick Nunn says he was pain free today for practice. This is his first practice of the Lakers season since last preseason. So it's been quite a while, man. And if Kendrick Nunn is healthy and good and ready to go, I'd be excited because he is a combo guard that the Lakers have been needing desperately since last year. So somebody who can be a two-way guard. And even though we have a treasure trove of guards, it's always welcome to have the great Kendrick Nunn back. So that is great news right there on that front. And the fact that he's feeling pain-free, he might be ready to go first game of preseason. At least that's what we're hoping for. That is the hopes and the dreams, right? Kendrick Nunn. And then, there were reports today as well about the Lakers. They were willing to include the first couple of picks, right? They were willing to include 2027 and 2029 first-round picks for a player of the caliber of a Donovan Mitchell and a Kyrie Irving. I think this is something we already knew, though. And obviously the Lakers didn't swing a full trade. So I think it's something where they felt, obviously, they can get a couple of stars, and rightfully so. They don't want to get ripped off, right? With those picks, maybe they can get a star or so. But obviously nobody was budging. You need multiples, you need pick swaps and all of this, and Lakers don't have too many picks available. Yes, Laker girl, episode 8 was amazing. I was extremely excited to see my man Kobe on the big screen again. And then obviously, we got into the Pau Gasol era and the first championship they won together. So if you guys haven't checked it out, definitely worth checking out. And it's gonna get crazy. My boy Arthur says, interesting intro. I'm glad you guys liked it. And again, if you guys stay here till the end of the video, I will replay it one more time on the way out. My boy said, let's see. He said, hey, Dan, pray for us, Floridians. Man, prayers up to Florida, man. That hurricane is a scary situation, man. Just stay safe out there. Evacuate if you guys need to. Do whatever you can, man, to be safe because but definitely prayers up, man. That's a scary situation. You never like to see that. I'm going to pray for you and your family, brother. He said, what's up, Dan? How are you doing today? I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Again, those of you just tuning in, stay till the end of the video. It's not going to be a very long video, just minor updates. I wanted to do, obviously, we talked about Kendrick Nunn feeling pain-free at practice and all that. But at the end of the video, I will show the new intro clip once more for those of you that tuned in late. He said, I just dogged the Clippers on 2K with the Lakers. You love to hear it, man. You love to see it. Hey, Dan, did you hear about the supposed Pacers trade? Nothing has happened officially yet. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. Obviously, there's multiple reports and rumors stating that Miles Turner is as good as gone, which we've always known. He's always been in trade rumors, but it hasn't been executed as of right now. So, that is one of those things where I'm just like, when it happens, it'll happen. For now, I'm not going to hold my breath. Matter of fact, the chemistry looks good in training camp to start off today. LeBron James, AD having a 3-point shootout. We're seeing all these guys getting some work in. And surprisingly, the Lakers didn't release a practice video. I don't think they're going to do it this season. I was waiting for it all day, man. I was waiting for it all day, but unfortunately, they didn't release it. So I'm a little bummed out, but it's all good, man. I can't wait for October 3rd to really see what the Lakers have been doing. By the way, if y'all haven't seen the little Lonnie Walker, I just retweeted one of them on Twitter. So if you follow me, if you don't, information down below. Lonnie Walker has been looking phenomenal. He looks like he's going to be a bucket for us this year. He's athletic, explosive, and even during these current workouts that we're seeing, he's a little bit injured. So he's recovering from a minor injury. Hopefully he'll be ready to go to start. He said, first off, I'm not trading Westbrook. We need them draft picks. I feel you, Sean. I feel you, bro. Me and you both, bro. Me and you both. We can't get ripped off. That's for sure. I'll trade the draft picks for the right player, but that's one of those things where you don't want to get, destroyed on a trade, right? And I think Rappalenka is intelligent enough to know that if he swings and he fails again, he strikes out, he's probably going to be out of the front office. So for those reasons, I don't think he has done anything too crazy. Yes, prayers up for Florida, everybody collectively. Let's do that. He said, we're not doing trades. Most likely not to start, but if we get off to a slow start, first 10 games or so, I wouldn't be shocked if the rumors resurface again. And I'll be here to cover every single one of them. So hopefully you guys do have them post notification bell clicked on and all that good stuff. said, Dan, last preseason showed exactly what's happening in the season. I'm going to be watching the whole game regardless of who plays. Me too, bro. Me too. Preseason, we can't just sweep it under the rug. All right, last year they tried to sweep it in under the rug. We lost a lot of games. They thought it was going to be all sweet. Well, it was just basically it was the premonition of what was to come for the horrible season. We're not going to repeat that season, guys. I could all but guarantee it. Even if we do struggle, we have younger, more talented players. Obviously, new coaching staff. I'm loving everything Darvin Ham has said, right? Eric, I'm glad you like the intro, man. Shout out to David Portillo on Twitter. All right. If you guys need an intro for your YouTube channels, he's your guy. He's the GOAT for sure, man. Definitely worth your business. Now, as far as Darvin Ham, I'm not sure if you guys saw the video that I posted on here. It only got about 854 views. Not sure why. Everybody should be tuning in because Darvin Ham's game plan this practice, he talked about, the contain, contest, and control, the 3 C's, the triple C's. Look, at the end of the day, it's going to start with defense, okay? It's going to start with defense, and it's going to be one of those things where they're going to want to get out in transition and score buckets. Now, there's one thing, again, that Darvin Ham talked about in his, post day one of training camp press conference, where he talked about they want to talk about positionless basketball. So that makes me think maybe the Lakers are going to go small ball. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. He didn't exactly say small ball, but he said positionless basketball with versatile guard defenders. So, listen, I wish they would have dropped some film outside of like little clips of them shooting and stuff, but maybe they want to keep everything under wraps so they can get out of the gates quickly. No more just preseason comments? Absolutely not. We're going to scrutinize every single bit of this team from the get-go, from training camp. From right now, we're already starting. So my boy said, I for sure need YouTube help. Oh, for reals, bro? You starting a channel or what, man? Drop his link. I'll listen. David Portillo on Twitter, man. David Portillo on Twitter. Let's see if I could. I already exited out of the window, but give me 1 second. Let's see if I could re-add it to your TV screen. Yeah, listen, dude is a beast, man. Dude is a beast at what it does. I asked him if he can, compose this for me, and he did it so quick, man. It was crazy. Like he shocked me truly. But I'll probably post a link at the end of the video, bro. Thomas Bryant looks like his 2019-2020 Wizards form. He says he's 200% healthy. That is music to my ears because the guy, man, he has a motor. He definitely has a motor. He's gonna be active on both ends of the floor. I could see him getting his, if he starts, he can get over 14 points per game efficiently, and that's the key. It's not about how much he does. I don't care if it's 10 points per game, but as long as he does it within the flow of the offense and off the ball, he's gonna get a lot of garbage buckets, second chance points, stuff like that. So watch out for him. For sure. Matter of fact, Shoe Medic, I got you afterwards, bro. I hit you with the link on Instagram. I'll follow you. He said, more small ball? LOL. We don't know. This is just all speculation because, again, if you guys didn't see the Darvin Ham clip I posted on YouTube earlier today, definitely check it out. You can basically dissect his words for yourself. But what I got from it is they want to get out, run, let their defense set the tone, right? They talked about containing, making sure they crash the glass as a unit and getting out there, so it's going to be interesting to see exactly what the game plan is. Here's another interesting nugget as well, man, that we found out today. All right, Mike Trudell reporting that Ham mentioned several friends and colleagues in the business from whom he has gotten advice, including former fellow Lakers assistant and longtime Jazz head coach Quinn Snyder, who he calls a few times a week and said is his pro bono coaching consultant. So that's interesting, guys. A lot of people like Quinn Snyder, when the Lakers interviewed him. And I think the Lakers like them themselves. And the fact that he's giving advice to Darvin Ham to start off, I think can be golden for Coach Ham. Because remember, he's a first-time coach. Even though he has the experience as an assistant, now he's got the reins. And it's going to be a lot different, a lot of pressure here in Los Angeles. So, the fact that he's reaching out to somebody with experience like Quinn Snyder, who has multiple years of head coaching under his belt, I think is a great, great thing. He says, so excited for JTA and Lonnie Walker. Man, I'm excited for the whole team, bro. Everybody. He said the highlights look good. Yeah, we need to see more of that for sure. We need to see more of that for surely, man. But it's gotten to the point where I'm just like, listen, I'm coming into the season with an open mindset, right? And I'm not going to let none of the negativity, weigh me down or nothing like that, right? Because I truly believe in Darvin Ham, and I think he's going to bring out the best in this team, whatever that is. But again, for those of you that didn't see the intro earlier, I will be playing it in the end. Here's my man David. Go ahead and give him a follow on Twitter, man, holler at your boy. Tell him DTLF sent you. Holler at your boy. But yeah, there he is, man, real quick. He said, Dan, Mo Harkless got traded and might be waived. He could be not a good shooter, but good wing defender. I've always liked Mo Harkless. Or how could you be Mo Harkless? But look, listen, here's the thing about Mo Harkless. Like you said, we need some floor spacers. And we just signed, Dwayne Bacon and Matt Ryan to training camp deals. So to be determined on them, I think it's going to be really hard for anybody to crack that 15 and final roster spot, being as, obviously the cap situation. Plus, they might want to have that flexibility come by the buyout market. So it's one of those things where we got to stay fluid with that whole situation. And, I'm interested to see if anybody cracks that 15 in the final roster spot. I'm rooting for the youngsters, right? The Cole Swiders, Scottie Pippen Juniors of the world, and even the big man, Jay Huff. I'm rooting for those guys to get one of the final roster spots if they can. Hey, Jasper, yes, sir. Big ups, man. Big ups, definitely. He said, Dan, Mohawk. I already read that one. Dan, I know this is off topic, but your thoughts really quick on the Mamba Redeem Team clip. Oh my goodness. Good thing you reminded me. I forgot to bring that up the other day, but that little clip with the Redeem Team is phenomenal, man. I can't wait for the Netflix, for the documentary. More documentaries on Kobe, the better. That's how I feel. The more documentaries, the better, man. I'm extremely excited to see that. I mean, if y'all haven't seen that clip, look it up right now. The one between Kobe and Pau Gasol. That is an epic, iconic clip, and it also speaks volumes as to why we used to love Kobe Bryant. I mean, the list goes on and on for reasons why to love him. Obviously, the Mamba mentality, but just the fact that he was willing to do anything to win, I think is personified best in that clip. So that was so dope. That documentary looks fire. I can't wait to see. And remember, people forget that the previous Olympic team had lost, right? They had gotten eliminated. So they brought in Kobe Bryant in order to secure that gold medal. And Kobe came in with a mission. He was going to play the villain. He didn't give a damn. And that's what you love about Kobe, man. Villain or hero, no matter how you perceive him, this guy was the best of the best. He said that documentary got me hyped AF. Absolutely, bro. Dan, do you think AD will get injured within 15 games? Come on, man. Of course not. I don't want to predict something like that. That's horrible. Listen, we want to wish the best for him. He's got this probably the since he won the championship, that's the most rest time he has gotten. Obviously, we got eliminated before even making the postseason. So all that extra time is going to be beneficial, I think, for him moving forward this season. But it's one of those things we don't want to predict injuries. We want to hopefully predict health, and hopefully that comes into fruition. And we'll go. But he looks in shape. He looks great. Like my man right here said, AD slimmed down to his 2019-2020 season body form. And I do agree that he was a little bit too hefty, not hefty, but, that strength he put on, that strength slowed him down. And I think it weighed on his knees. So now he lost the weight. He's in tip-top shape. And now he can spin off of the defender's body and catch some alley-oops, some lobs, and finish at the rim. Man, I really want him to have a revenge tour. So I look forward to that. My boy said, I like Jay Huff. Me too, man. I think, he's an NBA player for sure. Is he a role player? Is he a third string player? Is he just somebody that's great in the locker room? We don't know. We don't know what his ceiling can be. We haven't seen enough of him in the NBA, but I really like what I saw Summer League from him. He was at times the most impressive player on the court, even between the lottery picks and all, right? He said, let's keep all that talk out of here. Positive vibes only. Listen, man, if you're not excited about the season this year, I don't know what to tell you. A lot of people think it's going to be a carbon copy, but I don't see how that's a possibility, seeing as we got a whole new team, right? From head to toe, from coaching staff to players to everything, man, right? So I just really don't see that. Now, how much of an improvement is it going to be? That's the real question. Hopefully, it's a huge improvement. Yes, Joe, absolutely. Prayers up, brother. Prayers up. Dan, Matt Ryan is a good shooter, 6'7", could get that roster spot. Too early to tell, Savage. He's been a G League guy. He's really going to have to go above and beyond. You just never know with these players, right? They can be great shooters in the G League, but does that translate always to the next level? Not sure exactly. I think if he did, he might have a job in the NBA already. But not to be a pessimist, I wish all these players the best, and hopefully somebody pulls up and retrieves that roster spot. He said, "Facts. Kobe was the best player and also one of the greatest people outside of the court too." Oh yeah, a lot of untold stories. If you guys haven't looked them up, man, Kobe Bryant stories that make his legend grow even more. Not that it needs to grow even more, but his legend continues to grow. Uh, and he was a special person as well. He was the type of person that liked to do good deeds for people without bragging about it, without it coming out to public. We heard a lot of stories from guys like Adam Morrison on how Kobe would reach out to him when everybody's making fun of him and stuff like that. So it's a beautiful thing, man. When I die, I want to leave a positive legacy. I try to be the best person I can be as well to people, man. And I think that should be everybody's goal. We all should strive to be better people on earth, for sure. He said, I think Westbrook gets traded by the deadline in February. Man, you know what, man? I don't put that outside of the realm of possibility. Anything's possible with the Lakers. I think they're coming into this thing with an open mind. Like, okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna act according to how the season starts to unfold. So I think early success is crucial for the Lakers. If they don't get that, then everything could be on the table. Who knows, right? With Russell Westbrook, but if they get early success and Russ buys in, today he had a much better attitude than what I saw yesterday. Today he was happy. He was kicking it with his teammates, and he was even shooting the ball and doing some positive things. So hopefully that continues to transpire as the season progresses. So what record would you be happy with for the season? I'm thinking at least 55 wins. Oh man, if we get 55 wins, I'm ecstatic because that means we're probably one of the top 5 teams in the West for surely, probably even top 4. Right. So, yeah, that would be great. I would settle for 50, though. Anything below that will be a little bit underwhelming, to be honest with you. But I would settle for 50. If we can go 50 and 32 in the season, I'm cool with that. Right. But obviously anything above that would be great. Dan, what's your reaction if the Lakers win the chip with Pat Beverly? I'd be super hyped, man. I'd be probably chanting and crying tears of joy just like Patrick Beverly will be. So, the passion is there no matter who's on. Obviously, these are players I've despised in the past, but you guys know my rule. If you guys been here with me for years, cheering on the Lakers, breaking everything down, you guys know that I absolutely love anybody who puts on that purple and gold and plays hard. So if Patrick Beverly lives up to the hype that, the front office and he's putting on himself and all of that, then I'll be his biggest fan for sure because he's a Laker, man. And I'm team Lakers first, no matter what. Same thing with Dennis Schroeder. I trashed him after he left us for the way he left. For, obviously adding that Celtic tattoo, which even looks more ridiculous now that he's back. And, obviously for dropping the bag, which he should have never done. But at the end of the day, he's human. We all make mistakes. Everybody is, everybody deserves a second chance. We saw it with Dwight. We've seen it with others. So, look, I'll always remember Rajon Rondo as a Laker, not a Celtic, even though, he's part of the reason that they took away one of our championship rings that we should have had, right? We should have had 18, but unfortunately the injuries to Bynum, a couple of, missed calls by the refs and obviously home court advantage on their part all factored into it. But I'll never remember Rondo for that. I'm always going to remember Rondo for the Lakers champion he is because he stepped it up big time during that 2020 championship run. So, Dan, who would you have in the starting 5? Look, I want to see how these guys look first before I start penciling in people. Right now, I'm open-minded. However, ideally, based on paper and what I think they're going to be, I would have Patrick Beverly at the point guard because I want to go defense first, right? And put your money where your mouth is. Start with the best defensive guard. If that's Patrick Beverly, then so be it. Shooting guard, Austin Reeves. Small forward, LeBron. AD power forward. Thomas Bryant center, right? And off the bench, they can mix it up however they please. We've got too many guards, so that's on coach to figure out how he's going to utilize all these, all these guards. He said, we need a Kobe statue outside of Staples Center next to the Magic statue. Agreed, Evan. And I can all but guarantee, man, I'm willing to bet this channel on the fact that that's going to happen in the near future. All right, Kobe is going to get his statue. Trust me, Genie Bus, Laker Nation, everybody related to the Lakers has so much love, tremendous amount of love for Kobe Bryant. He is our Laker GOAT. Especially if you're from my generation, right? So the previous generation might say Magic, which is I'm completely fine with. But for me, he is our Laker GOAT. So he not only is he going to get a statue, like the love Kobe Bryant will always get from the city of Los Angeles and beyond, from the world, basically, is going to be, unlimited. He said, I don't know, though. Do Laker fans really want to see Jay in a Laker uniform? I can't stand Crowder for some reason. Yeah, Crowder just has a punchable face, man, and the fact that he flops doesn't help. I cannot stand Jay Crowder, and if it helps the team, though, I'm always willing to sacrifice my personal wants and likes for whatever the betterment of the team, right? I'm the type of fan that I'm very flexible, man. And as much as I dislike Crowder, and this would be like the most hated ex most hated Lakers of all time, like the expandable. Somebody said the expandable is a perfect example. I would still root for them no matter what. Same applies. I mean, listen, I never thought we would over the past couple of years. I didn't think Dwight would come back. He did. Dennis Schroeder will come back. He did. I didn't think who else. We would acquire Rondo. And he would help us be a crucial piece of the championship run. That we would get Montrezl Harrell. I remember laughing at it, like I couldn't believe it. And we did, and we got him on a bargain deal, even though he was misutilized. And now Patrick Beverley, right? Patrick Beverley is he's the type that he comes through here, and if he gets us to cheer for him and he plays his heart out, anything is possible at this point. Yeah, at this point, it wouldn't shock me if Paul Pierce comes out of retirement. God forbid it. But he comes out of retirement and joins the Lakers. At this point, all the most hated players seem to be wanting to come here. And I don't blame them. It is the Lakers. They understand that even though they hated on us for so many years, they would, kill for the opportunity to play here. I mean, Patrick Beverley was basically begging to come here, right? All summer long when he on his ESPN tour, he kept speaking highly of LeBron. And I even told you guys, I wouldn't be shocked if Patrick Beverley lands here, right? So, nothing would shock me at this point. And obviously, whoever's wearing purple and gold, I'm rooting for it, no matter who it is. Even Russell Westbrook, as long as he's here, I'm rooting for him. I want him to do good as long as he's here. All right, now I need him to fix his attitude and come to work, right? He said, Dan, do you think what do you think will be the biggest surprise in terms of performance on the Lakers this season? I think the biggest surprise is the fact that people are underestimating what Darvin Ham can do, right? We're so traumatized from last season, from seeing the lack of coaching adjustments, the lack of, properly called timeouts when the game's slipping away. All of that, I think, is going to come back, and we're going to see a huge difference with a real head coach who has true command of the locker room. I mean, you can already see the way players are gushing about Darvin Ham. The way they're raving about him is almost a slap in the face to Frank. I don't remember many times that they were raving about him last season. So, it's one of those things, man. But I can't wait to see it. I think Darvin Ham's going to be the biggest surprise. I don't think people understand truly how good a head coach who actually gets the players to buy in can be for a team. And when that comes with a game plan and a strategy on both ends of the floor, right? We're already hearing about this film. Listen, Patrick Beverley is starting to win me over simply because, and I never thought I'd say this. There's a story that, he was watching film and Kendrick Nunn was like, Dan, you're already, watching film this early? And Patrick Beverley was like, yeah, and your ass better start too. So that's exactly the type of accountability I need from my veterans. I think the coach is setting the tone as well. They're already doing a lot of good film work. They're already, the game plan, X's and O's. So I think we'll be better prepared this season than we were last season. And that should be the biggest surprise. All right, we're going to come ready for war night in and night out. And if the players buy into, the kills system that Darvin Ham's trying to implement, as far as tracking how many stops each player has per game, stuff like that, I think it's going to give them extra incentive to really lock in and play to the best of their abilities. He said, redemption for Shooter, redemption for Russ. I hope redemption for LeBron and AD. Yeah, look, this is that type of season that we're coming into the season and we're looking to redeem ourselves. The last year, what it was definitely embarrassing. So we definitely looking for that, man. And I can't wait to see it. It starts October 3rd, which is this upcoming Monday. It's going to be hard for me because I have to juggle between the Lakers preseason and the Rams versus 49ers. So most likely I will cover the Lakers preseason first because that's always my primary objective. And then, later on I'll do a post game for the Rams 49ers. So on my second channel. So I look forward to that, man. Action-packed Monday. And then I'm still doing Around the League Thursdays and all of that in between my my busy schedule. So I can't wait. Listen, guys, the season is unofficially here. Obviously it'll be official when the ball tips off during the regular season. But man, listen, I'm hungry for Laker basketball. I know all you guys are as well. And I can't wait to break it all down. He said, I think the same Russ needs to play good this year, or as he's going to make $2 million a year. Oof. Yeah, man, it'll definitely be a lot of disinterest if Russ doesn't buy in this year. So that might have, to do with his all of a sudden trying to be positive. But that's what we need. We need that energy. So He said, yeah, didn't LeBron say yesterday they have a real coach or something? I don't remember exactly what the words were, but look, they're all speaking really highly of him, which is nothing but good things. You know, it's his job to maintain that control in the locker room throughout the course of the season. There will be times where we will, you know, there's going to be stretches where we battle adversity, but that's when we need the true voice of the locker room, which is the head coach, to be that leader. So, you know, I look forward to seeing those moments and seeing how he reacts when we're down 10 points, how he calls the timeouts, what plays he calls out of the timeouts, what are the rotations looking like? Is he consistent with his rotations? What's the starting lineup? What's the bench, right? What kind of plays he calls out of the timeout? All that stuff, you know, we're going to dissect it, and it's going to be a pleasure to break it all down year round. He said, if that deal with the Pacers redevelops, I'm all in. That would be huge. That would be pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie, man. Obviously, big Miles Turner fan, and maybe the Lakers are waiting to see if, you know, if the Pacers bite first, because obviously, who gives more leverage? Do the Lakers give up the 2 picks, or do the Pacers meet them in the middle and say, okay, you can put protection on one of these, if not both? So that's going to be the determining factor if that gets executed. But I think both of those teams, you know, need to pull off something for sure. You know, I think we're on the verge of potentially revisiting those talks. But for now, we're heading into the season. This is the roster. We have to kind of settle off of the trade talks and see what we look like to start. But again, like I said, if we get off to a slow start, expect all those rumors to resurface and all the pressure to be put on Rob to make a deal again, you know. He said, don't trade Russ. We'll see, man. We'll see. He said, yo, trying to watch the first NBA preseason game? Of course we're going to watch the first NBA preseason game, man. I got you guys pre and post game. And on that note, I'm going to finish off the video here, guys. Just want to update you guys really quickly. Again, major shout outs to David Portillo for this intro that I'm about to outro with right quick. But like I said, if you guys are interested, I put up his information earlier in the video. Make sure to rewind it. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Just want to make a quick update video. Major shout out to Price Picks. Perfect time to go check it out, man. Promo code DTLF. Make sure you guys smack the like button before you guys head out. And let me hit you guys with this glorious new, intro that we will be playing all season long occasionally. So here goes.